Aha! Hello, fellow health mavericks. Man, I love the chat on these lives. If you're watching on YouTube or in our Facebook groups, you're not experiencing the live and that the chat lights up. And I love what Kim just said. Like, it feels like we're all family in these chats and on the Zoom. And just wait, there's many events that are going to be coming up in 2025. But when we start launching our own event in 2026, watch out. This is our fifth, I think, Health Maverick Hub call. And it's about our weekly entrepreneurship, and it's health focused, and it's awesome for us to be together. And yeah, I'm going to kind of walk through because there's 10 things we talked about how to scale your brand. So we have 10 weeks of training. We ask everyone to just write down the number 10 because that's what we're doing right now. We have 10 weeks of training, and today's probably the most important one because without today, none of it matters. And I just want to tell everyone, like, at the end of the day, we get caught up in this world of social media, how many followers we have, all of that stuff. Now, yes, if you're trying to go on national media and you want to do this, people are going to go to your social, they're going to see. But less than the followers. Followers matter for like superficial people. But the reality for your business, for your brand, followers are just something based upon, is your message resonating and do you have a tribe? Having a ton of followers with no engagement, having a ton of followers without a great tribe doesn't mean anything. At the end of the day, it's about culture, it's about community. And this goal and this weekly training that we do is about developing the blueprint. Now, I have guests lined up for 2 through 10. As I was going to bring on a guest today, I said, wait a second, like, to me, I want to drive this message about passion and expertise, because to me, I think that's what my skill set is. Expertise comes and goes with times and stuff like that. Like, I'm an expert at a few things. But at the end of the day, I don't want anyone to get caught up in the expertise being credentials. I want you to get caught up in your expertise in life. Because everyone on this call right now, or you're watching this video, you are an expert at something. You are an expert and you have the secret sauce. And the key is believing that, knowing that. And then once you do that, and once you're very clear on your passion, well, the rest is just doing the work. It's just showing up. Right before this, I was texting with Lauren's got her mobile food kit. She's got her new Yeti. She's about to start doing her own events for coaching and speaking, working events. And like, those are great little nuggets to share. So I just want everyone to remember at the end of the day, let go of how many followers you have, let go of all of that stuff, and just lock in on who you are and the message you want. And I promise you, through these next 10 weeks, if you show up every Tuesday at 3, you rewatch it on the YouTube channel, and you can do the work on these 10 things, everything will evolve and improve in your business. Okay, here we go. That's what it's all about. Now, I want to remind, this is the coalition here. So when we think about this, and this is the focus, this is the vision that when we started looking at this and we left some partnerships, this is the key. And as we talked about in the chat, events that we will be hosting will be launched in 2026. But there'll be other events that you're going to be attending, because part of this building for you, next week and the week after, we're going to have some special announcements. And everyone part of our coalition, we want you to be inside that circle. There's opportunity for your brand. There's opportunity. I can list 3 people that just got speaking gigs. One was for 10K, one was for 15K, one was for 5K. People in our network just got big speaking gigs, boom. So all of those things. And then we just, from the high price coaching side, we know many coaches that just sold a $1,750, like, based upon you, because remember, this is about you building your brand, you selling yourself in the sense of that you have the secret sauce, and then you bringing in the right partnerships with programs and products, some that you own, some that you choose to partner with. That's how it all flows from that side. If you missed any of the training, go to my YouTube channel. We're going to start building content on this. And once again, it's not about views and it's not about followers. If you put the right content out and you're consistent with your content, everything builds from that side. I can show movement after movement. That's how movements are created. Don't be attached to the result as much, or the outcome. Be attached to the work. Focus on the consistency. The outcome and the results always come with solid consistency and the right vision and the right message. If you missed anything, these are great things. I introduced the hub 3 weeks ago. 10 simple things. I did a quick drive, and we're going to do number 1. And now we're going to do 10 weeks, dive into each one. I'm about to show the document. 2 weeks ago, how to partner with the program. Last week, how to choose a product to partner with. If you missed that, it's really important. Because what I've learned through the years is the wrong partnerships hurt you. You know, as much as I've learned in my partnerships, I've had to rebuild probably 4 or 5 different times. Even though we still own the IP, you make a run, you make movement, you create a ton of community. And then because you might not own that community completely, it gets robbed from you. So at the end of the day, as you build something, it has to funnel through you. I see Lauren Christmas on, it's got to funnel through Lauren. I see Nicole Clay, it's got to funnel through Nicole. Kim, it's got to funnel through you. When I see Shay, it's got to funnel through you. Elaine, it's got to funnel from you. Everything's got to funnel through you. Coach Mary, it's got to funnel through you. As it funnels through you, well, then you decide. You're the gatekeeper. You decide what products and programs that you want. But to do that, to build your list, to build your following, to build your connection, it's all about these 10 steps. And today, and I'm just going to circle it, is the most important thing. It's about your passion, your expertise. At the end of the day, I feel for me, that's like, this is what I do. You know, passion and energy is what I bring no matter what. I have an ability to turn it on and just feel like I'm in the present. No matter what's going on in my life, no matter what happened, there's like a click. And it's kind of sometimes as an athlete, you can just lock in. And that's how I feel. But I go through the process. I never take a live training. I never take a social post. I never take an event. Whether it's for 25,000 people or it's for 2 people, I always prep myself to do that. And I always do the best that I can, bring my passion. I always focus on my passion and my expertise. Now, your expertise are not your credentials. So I want to be very clear on this. Your expertise is more about what are you an expert at? You know, I'm 53 now. I have multiple years of being an expert at multiple things. I could be an expert dad now. I could be an expert husband. I could be an expert nutritionist. I could be an expert trainer. I could be an expert athlete coach. There's a long list, an expert speaker. Like there's a long list of things because I've lived some years that I can be an expert at. But start with one. So right now, I want you just without the thought, you don't have to put it in the chat if you don't want, but write it down on a piece of paper. What are you an expert at? Ask yourself that right now. Put that in there. Expert whiteboard user. Yeah, I love that. It's true. That's it. So this is the key. What are you the expert at? Now, if you don't know, that's the problem. Okay. So if it didn't pop in, we have a problem here. Okay. Expert PowerPoint user. I love that. Shay, you are. That's the key. And this is what I want you to think. Like I see Shay. Shay's an expert author to me. Kim, you're an expert cancer survivor and teaching fellow women how to crush their health. Coach Mary made a difference in our life with autism. When I think about Lauren as a cancer survivor, Lauren's journey for the last 20 months with her own gut health and blood sugar, going off her medication, be able to crush her health is a next level for a 22-year-old. Like that's a story that other 22-year-olds need. When I see Nicole Clay, having her kids become certified in nutrition, having herself years in nutrition, years in training. She's an expert trainer and an expert nutritionist. You need to be able to share these things. Elaine, what are you an expert at? You know, and when I mention names, it's just because I see the chat. So if you're not in the chat, I don't see you because I don't see the attendance right now. I'm not looking at that thing. Laurel Parker, feeling a crowd on scraps, feeding a crowd. Laurel, no, you're an expert. And that's what I want, Laurel. What are you an expert at? This is the key. Because what I can share, coaching has meant we've worked with hundreds of thousands of fellow health pros and entrepreneurs. I'd say millions at this point, like if you count the MLM days. But health pros in particular, hundreds of thousands. And I would say when I did in 2015, I was a keynote at Ideal World, which is a huge fitness convention. We did a whole brand building workshop. It was the first one they launched. I talked to the owners of Idea at the time. We did it. And I would say that everyone in that room, no one was really clear on what they were expert at. And I want to share with you, if you do not know what you're an expert at, then you cannot build a brand. You cannot build something there. You need to feel and have the confidence that you're an expert at something. And that's what I'm going to invite everyone. Everyone who's here right now, you're an expert at something. And I would say that 95% are certified in something from a health side. If you're not certified in something in a health side, what are you an expert at in that? What are you going to teach? How do you scale that? How do you build that brand? Like I see Shay Mason on this, like she's crushed PSC3. Shay Mason's crushing Zive. I think Shay should be certified. She should be coaching, speaking. And then she's also about to launch her third best-selling book. And like that can be part of her brand. Like that's where I want you to start thinking. So find your passion and what are you an expert at? Writing down what you're an expert at matters most. Now, once you do that and we start thinking about it, what are you passionate about? So this is my site. And I have a bunch of sites I'm going to show. And your passion and your expertise, to me, comes back down to your story. So if you come here and I'm a storyteller, this is the difference. If you go to TikTok, it's all about selling. There's no right or wrong to any of it. Remember, someone's goal is to be an influencer and they just want to move product, and that's their goal, and they're going to focus on that. What I will tell you is those people come and leave in a moment. They up and they down. I'm a storyteller. I want to connect with stories of people. I want to know what you're behind. I want to know the story. It's why in our Health Pro Coalition, the products that we bring in, Zybe, Super Patch, Vinia, as we're all launching these affiliate sides and Health Pro movements, STEM Regen, I know the creators. I know the story behind it, the lifelong. These are world-changing movements and programs, just like PFC3, just like Melt Method. So I only partner with stories. I don't partner with non-stories. I will hear from people, but I'm going to come back to what your story is. And I will tell you this, if you're clear on that you're an expert at something and your story connects to that expertise and your content connects to that expertise, you're set. Now, what I would share as I open this up, Lauren has her little mobile kit. And I was just saying, like, she should share that on her Instagram. Now, Lauren doesn't have, she's 22. She's not a massive expert on grab and go stuff. But let me tell you, Lauren's about 98% more stronger than 98% of the population. So you don't have to be my expertise. Lauren doesn't have to be Coach Mary's expertise. Lauren needs to be her own expertise and a little bit more than her audience. And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if you're in your 20s. I think about Nicole Clay's kids. It's all about that aspect of what are you passionate about and what's your expertise on it. Now, when we come here and you start thinking about this, I would come back down to, okay, my story started Venice Nutrition in Venice Beach with Abby. Started developing it, started building it, moved into creating global movements with MLM companies. Like, look at all of that. Like, this is my story. But back in my first coaching days of 1999 or 1997 in Gold Gym Northridge, I was freaking an expert. I felt I was expert at nutrition, bodybuilding, and training, and then just starting out. And then I started coaching and developing. So my expertise just continued to grow. The movement creation led to the launch of PFC3, a global movement that we've done from the eating philosophy, but then we brought in Carrie Lopoli for the behavioral specialist and a nutritionist, bringing in the mind, the lifestyle. And now this is a program that we've had for 20 plus years evolved into the biggest, baddest thing ever. That's something that allows me from an expertise. I took my expertise and we created Zybe, a cutting edge product. But the reason I'm sharing all of this is it all comes back down to my story. If you go to my site, my story tells who I am. Now, guess what? I'm adding pieces to this story. I'm adding community builder. You're going to see another level to my story because I'm about to launch the next chapter. Zybe was a working model for us. I'm about to launch the next chapter. And this is the power of it, and adding more pictures and more visuals. My story never ends. Your passion and your expertise, in essence, is your story. It's what you stand for. And I feel right now, just on the simple thing that I said, I saw me in one of those pics. You know what, Mary? And that's the key. I'm going through all of it and adding all of these things back into it. And what I want to share, 2018, and what I want to share is if you don't right now, because I asked in it, what are you expert at? And I'm going to ask you again, if you can't say what you're an expert at, that's the issue. I want everyone to hear me on this. It's so crucial that you believe you're an expert. I will tell you, I see everyone in the chat right now. You are experts. You have the secret sauce. And there's an army of people that are wanting to learn from that. You have to believe it in yourself, though. And then at the same time, what you want to focus on is what's your story, because your story is your passion. Everything that I just shared, and I have some real examples. I'm going to talk to everyone's sites, is that from Venice to PFC3 to Zybe, it comes back down to the same thing. It comes back down to watching my mom as a chronic dieter It comes back down to why I focus on blood sugar, my own personal journey. You see the stories. It comes back down to from the point of my dad dying of digestive challenges and why this matters. Like all of these things, and Abby struggles with IBS and all the people. All of this stuff is what it's all about. And then I want people to know who I am. So I want them to see what I'm doing. And then based upon what I am, I want them to say, okay, I want to do life with this person. I want to partner with this person. And if they say I don't like that person, then I don't want them to partner with me. I'm not here for a popularity contest. I'm here to be very clear on what I'm passionate about and what I want to help the world change. That my expertise is the vision that I see. I have a mission to change how the world looks at food and to empower fellow health professionals to build their brand and grow side by side. That's it. This is what it is. So I'm going to ask everyone, your number one thing is that. Now, if you follow me, and I'm going to show something else on this. Part of this process when you have a website is you need a social. Once again, it's not about your followers. I get it. Like everyone, like it depends on the level you want to play. It matters, but you got to just be you. When I see these things, what I'm going to come back down to is from this side. And it also depends upon, do you want to post every day and all those things? So you got to go at your pace. I don't want you to feel your followers determine your success. It doesn't work like that. Your content, your creativity. And remember, there's algorithms here. So focus on you, your passion, your expertise, and what you're going to do. Social media is great as a free marketing place. All it is little moments in time where you have an opportunity to share your passion and expertise and your content to inspire people. And then the people will come. The people who like you will follow you. People will watch your content. If they dig you, they'll follow you. Out of those people who follow you, they might want to be part of your tribe, and then they'll join your list. And then they might want to coach with you or buy something from you. That's what it works. And when you think about this, this is just basically a little part of who you are. That's it. And then when we come here to the links page, this is what I offer. Nice and simple. Everything that we do from this side, what I focus on, what I drive. So my story and these 10 things that we're going to focus on, all it comes back down to is these, when we talk about, and part of these 10 things will be the 3 types of money. How are you building your brand? How are you sharing your content? That's easy stuff to do. 2 through 10, easy to do. Number 1 is the most important by far. Number 1 determines 2 through 10. I want to make sure does this make sense to everyone right now? Yes. I love what Mary said. Your engagement matters more than the number of followers. Yes. Does this make sense to everyone? Give me a yes if it does. Because this is the number 1 assignment today. And everyone that has my cell or in our communities, I want you to text me, or in the comments, I want you to tell me, what are you an expert at? I'm giving you a day and I want to know. And I already know what each and every one of you in the chat that I would say you're an expert at, but I want to know what you say it is, because it's a difference maker for you. Now, let's talk about some different examples. Dr. Anna, go to Dr. Anna's, drannatoker.com. Meet Dr. Anna. What is she? I want to know who she is. What's her microbiology, colorectal surgeon, my career, all of these things. Like Dr. Anna, that's a story that we can look at. Rex Crane, I would love Rex, who's to me one of the best speakers in the world. I'd like him to have a little bit more of a story, but it takes a little bit of energy. It takes a little bit more time. So here, this is really good. This is maybe like a mini bio, but I think on a website, I think on your link, like when people want to get to know you, what do you want them to feel? What's the story for you? But Rex is the best in the world. Erin King. Erin's story is more like, because she books big keynotes, it's less personal and it's more about these particular things. And that's why what I shared is, it's not a right or wrong. For me, I'm a heart-driven person. So heart-driven people connect with me. I want to know more about someone. And that's the audience I want to speak to. I want to know that what is that? I don't want a ton of like drama and stuff, but I want to know the pain. I want to know the victim. I'm a Disney dude. You know, I want to know the story. I want to know the pain. What did you go through the fire? Did you experience it? Which is why if you see the people I partner with, they've all lived those journeys. They've all gone through the fire. And that's the power about it. That's what we want to focus on. What is your story? That's your passion. That's your expertise. We then move right here to Sue Hitzman. Sue, I love this. Sue really talks about Melt. She talks about the challenges in it. She drives it. It's entertaining. I like the flow of it. When I think about Coach Mary Nelson, right here, live with us. I love this. I love Mary bringing it. Let's make your wellness journey extraordinary. Smile gorgeous. I love that. Like from this perspective. Now, it's more geared to women because it says smile gorgeous. So just a little note, Mary. I'm a man. I guess I could be gorgeous, but I wouldn't call men gorgeous a lot of times. But you can. Okay. Oh, look, Mary's got me on this. I didn't even know that. And then I love James right there. And I love the military. She won Military Spouse of the Year. I love this. Like, I feel like, okay, I really love Mary. Like, I feel like I get a hint of who she is, of what she's doing and what she can provide for me. I love that. Mary said, haha, you can call me gorgeous though. I felt it. And then we go here. And then I love Kim because in the chat, she says she's working on it. And I love this. I want more pictures of this, Kim. I want this. So I love Kim's site, but I want to feel the pain. I want to feel the journey. Okay, I'm back. Is everyone there? Are we back? Okay. I love that, man. Zoom brought it right back in. Airbnb, sometimes we fall off, but I'm back. I love that. And the recording's clean too. Okay. So let me come back here. Let me see here. Thought it was me. No, it was me. It was me. Okay, here we go. So right here with Mary, Kim, this is what I say. This is where I want everyone to think about. And I'm already working with Fit Hive and we're making these changes. Like, you want to tell a story because about me is your opportunity to share who you are with the world. That's it. And that's what you want to focus on. It's not about all the influences, all that. It's about, you're a coach. You have an expertise. You're going to lead them. So Kim on this side is awesome. Your story is incredible, but let's add pictures to it. Let's build from that side. When I see Nicole Clay, Nicole, same thing. You've done so much more in passion, expertise. Mix it up. Let's tell the story of what you've done. And I would say that if you're using Fit Hive, add the photos. Go back to my site. Like, check these out. When I go to my About Me, I'll go back to my About Me. It's right here. Look at all the photos. Like, bring the energy. Like, you don't have to do all of this, but like, I want people to know who I am. And you're going to see new levels to that. So Nicole, what I'd love for you is a little bit more, just like Kim, a little bit more from that side. That's what you'd be able to do. This is the stuff. I love this. Okay, perfect. People are working on it in the chat. And then Lauren Chrisman, our 22-year-old. I'm going to show Lauren and Hunter. I love this. Look at Lauren right there. She's got the little backpack on, doing her plank and her About Me, her story. She's got some new pictures. She's a cancer survivor. She's building this out more and more. Why I coach. She's got new pictures. You don't have to do this alone. So she's adding more to this, but I love this. She's added a little social stuff. So this is kind of the power of what you can do from this side. And then look at Hunter. I love this. He's an athlete, health, fitness, traveler. Like, it can be as simple as this because someone like Lauren, someone like Hunter, I like Lauren's story. I think Hunter should be adding how he's traveled the world. He should be a picture of like how he grew up traveling with me. Lauren's done events with me. Having these stories added matter because your About page is the key to people really understanding who you are. It is your passion and expertise. And what you do on that will be the difference. So this is my takeaway today. Take a step back and ask yourself the number one question. What are you an expert at? If you feel like you can't clearly answer that, if you ask me, I'm an expert nutritionist, I'm an expert trainer, I'm an expert speaker, I'm an expert author, I'm going to be confident in saying that. I believe that. Now, does it mean I'm the best? No. But it doesn't mean that I freaking can do this. You need to ask yourself, what are you an expert at? I know everyone here is an expert. And I would say that all my time traveling the world, everyone I've met in my life is an expert. Guess what? Our 10-year-old Hope, freaking expert at Roblox. The girl can just do it. She's an expert at art. Like, she's incredible. Way better than me. So like, that's freaking awesome. She could do her own little YouTube channel, like all these things. And I just want you to realize when I see Shay Mason, she's an expert author, but she's also a health enthusiast. So she has a website. So how can she merge those together? How can you make those work? Maybe you have different things from that side. It's a storytelling. Shay started writing books because she lost her father at a young age. But also she's an Army. veteran. She's done the hard work. She can move right into helping fellow veterans win back their health. And at the same time, having an additional piece of people dealing with grief who maybe turn to food when challenges arise. She can be the solution for them. This is all these things that we can focus on. My goal today was to really help each and every one of you focus on that number one. Get clear on this. Get clear on what you're expert at. Get clear on when we think about what's your passion and what's your expertise. This matters. This is not your credentials. When we come back here next week, we're going to focus on credentials and training. Then we'll dive into the 3 types of money. But 2 through 10 does not matter without finding your passion and expertise. So is everyone ready for the challenge? Are you ready to find your passion and expertise? Because I want each and every one of you to text me. If you know my number, if not, put it in our communities. And I want you to be confident by tomorrow saying, what are you an expert at? Let's do it. Massive hugs, fellow Health Mavericks. This is what being a Health Maverick is all about. See you next Tuesday, same time, same place. Bye, everybody.